on the interchange, or he starts forward. So there's the solo to start the first quarter here in the preliminary final. Justin Farrell in the ruck up against Crow. There's a bit of bash and crash. Taken there by Lee Stewart. The first clearance. Kicks it up inside 50. Tommy Shaw came out. Grabbed possession of it. Gave a handball off. Nobody could get it. Westerman, who's found himself in the forward half in the start of this first quarter. He gets tackled and dragged to the ground there by Crow. And the umpire will come in and bounce. 40 metres out from Somerville's goal. So we've got the time clock out there today. There's Simpson doing a little bit of ruck work. First kick out comes from McCormack. Kicks it up towards the wing position. Outer side of the ground. Foot race. Went without it. There was Todd Farrelly. Miles Pitt right on his hammer. Pitt picks the ball up. Well tackled there by Farrelly. Goes towards the boundary line. Speedy's there. Right side for a left footer. Zabra kicked the ball in. The umpire said it just went over the line. And it'll be a boundary throw in Members wing.
Interesting, speaking to Toddy Farrelly just before, he actually had 4 injections before the game, 2 in his toe and 2 in his knee.
Well, Justin Farrelly's brother gets it, taken there by Speedy. He was one of the best for Somerville last week. That was a lovely kick, comes out. Taking the mark there is David Hurst, so he needs to get on his bike. He's been good in the first quarter in a couple of finals, goes in short. Here's Tommy Shaw. Didn't do a lot last week, Shaw, but he started very well. He's got his hands on the footies early. Goes towards full forward. Out comes Rowe. 1 grab, 2, couldn't get it. His second effort was terrific. Dives on top of it, 40 metres out from goal. They dive on top of him now. The ball comes out. Sutton. Belly roll, right foot, snap around the corner. A little bit too far, and it goes through for a minor score. So a bit of how do you do there as well. Crowd, Rowe, Westerman, Hallahan,
bit of argy-bargy right there, which is great to see.
So the ball comes back into play. It's Casper who's got it. He goes in short, looking for Madison, finds him, defensive 50. Member side of the ground. So kicking with the aid of the boys in his first quarter, the Sharks, as they go towards the wing position. Back flied, Pitt, 1 grab, 2, he takes the mark, nice. Plays on immediately, just bounced off. Kicks the ball up towards the 50-metre line, going back with the flight of it. There's Guy Stringer playing as a forward. Good work there. That's from the defence. That was Wilson from Somerville. The ball goes towards the boundary line and over it goes. So there's Guy Stringer. He's in a bit of a huffle and bustle down there with Luke Colley. The umpire has said somebody's coming up for the blood rule.
Yeah, Lee Stewart's just caught one square in the head, I reckon. I just seen Guy Stringer throw a straight elbow that might have connected with Stewie with a bit of a few nice choice words were said to each other, I reckon, right then. So he's still down at the moment, Lee Stewart. I think he's got the blood rule and he hasn't worked out that it's him they're trying to get off.
Yep, the nail on there before Taylor in regards to Tommy Shaw too. Positive signs, a couple of early touches. He was terrible last week.
Yeah, he was. And Lee Stewart, he's coming. Luke Tapscott's causing some issues out there as well. He wants. He's trying to fire the Somerville players up. Lee Stewart's coming from the ground now. He's yelling out some plenty too to the Sorrento coaches box. So he certainly didn't like what was happening out there. Cal Dixon comes onto the ground for him. So it's a boundary throw anyway.
He's copped a nice one.
Yeah, he has, no doubt about that. Just crowed. He won the tap. Ball falls to the front. Tapscott wants it out wide. Going in hard. Good work there by the Eagles defence. So there's no love lost between these two sides out there. Plenty of players throwing themselves around. There is Justin Farrell. He just gave Tapscott a nice little jumper punch. The umpire not getting involved in it. So he throws the ball up. Good play there by Farrell. He's coming crashing through. I'll pick up that in a minute. It was a Somerville player. And there's still plenty going on out there. Good play there by Farrell. There's Shaw and Schwartz having a go at each other now. So Troy Schwartz will be in his ear as the ball comes back into play again. Kicked out. That was from Timmy Hurst. Kicked the ball towards the wing position. Crow up again. Oh, Crow just gave somebody one. That was Adrian Speedy. The umpire said nothing in it, and the ball goes over the line, out of bounds again.
Got to be real careful, I think, where Crow and Schwartz went up together. Then, if they don't have impact on that contest, and there's a few blokes staying down, they've got to talk to each other a bit more.
Luke Tapscott had a flying shot at goal, put it through for a minor score. So a lot of Somerville crew at that end of the ground. Probably the under 19s, you'd suspect. That's Wilson, Jacob Wilson, who brings the ball back into play. Nice little short pass came from Sedgwick, so they're working the ball from Justin Farrelly now around the outer side of the ground. Jed Sutton's got it now in the wing position. Wants to go short. Does so. Wasn't a great kick, put his teammate under the hammer. Tommy Shaw's got it now on the wing. Goes up towards half forward. Rowe on his bike. Good work at the back of the pack. That was by Campbell. He went for a handball. It wasn't a great one though. Billy Rolfe attacked the footy hard. There's a free kick. It's going to Rolfe. And down there is Tapscott. So slow to get up. He was the one that laid the tackle. Hurt himself in that. So about 50 metres out from goal. He gives a little handball off. Goes in short. Nice little kick there was from Simpson. So he's got the ball now. Right in front of the scoreboard here. And he'll have a shot for goal. So it's 1 point apiece. We've played 5.5 minutes into the opening quarter. Scotty Simpson didn't have a great game last week against Rosebud, of course. He unloads now. The wind, you want it to do a bit. It goes across the face. It did a little bit too much. It goes through for another mile score. So 2 behinds. Somerville, Sorrento 1 behind, as we said. 5.5 gone in the first quarter as Troy Schwartz brings the ball in. Goes to the outer side of the ground. Wasn't a great kick. Chopped off there by Simpson again. Handball off to Westerman. Goes inside 50. Needs a big mark. Schwartz goes back. Gets punched through for a behind. No, out of bounds. Right forward pocket. To the Eagles, they're into attack, 2 behinds, leading Sorrento 1 behind. So the boundary umpire to bring it back into play again. So Timmy McGuinness and Treby. So Treby, I reckon, is going with McGuinness as the ball goes up. Good play there by Hallahan. He was front and centre, took the ball, clears it towards the wing position. Simpson's got a mark and does so. So he's got the footy on the wing position, goes in short, looking for and finds Billy Rolfe. So the Eagles have started pretty well here. They go inside 50 now. Hurst comes out, needs to trap it, couldn't. Madison at the back, over to Crode. He'll try and go. He's been tackled. The umpire said no, holding the ball. Going in, ducking the head there was Buddha Hurst. He's good at it. He kicked the seal up, of course, in the qualifying final, just bending the knees, cop one high.
It's one thing Dave Hurst does really well. He, be it a criticism, be it something positive, leads with his head when he attacks the contest, and look, he draws a lot of free kicks. He gets a lot of criticism from the other teams that he plays against, but full credit to him. He goes in hard and he gets a lot of the footy for it.
So David Hurst, this will be a great start, a goal to the coach. If you can get Somerville on the board early, they lead by a point, 2 behinds to 1 behind. So David Hurst needs to start this ball right and work it back, and he's done it. A nice start there to the Eagles. They lead 1-2-8. Sorrento 1 behind. We've played 7.5 minutes. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Transfer Stores. My dad has been really busy lately helping customers get the right home bundle, internet and mobile phone plans. But it's not just my dad. All our staff are really friendly and ready to help. So drop in the CV team at Transfer Store in Mornington and Rosebud.
And call us on 1300 White Telstra. It's 1300 698 357.
I'm the major. I'll have to kick the phone with Dad.
Hey Jack, kick it to me.
A station sponsor.
Back in the centre of the ground once again. Goes up towards half forward for Sorrento, kicking towards the far end of the ground here. So if you know Oval 2 here at Tired Reserve, that's the end in which Sorrento are kicking in the opening term. We think there's a breeze going to that end of the ground as well.
Big breeze.
Yeah, as the ball goes up again, there's Simpson, he's in the ruck, ball comes out though to Treby, gave a little handball out, umpire said no, free kick, play on, plenty of players diving on top of the footy. Eventually the umpire forced to come in and bounce.
Positive signs for Somerville early, Toby, when you consider that Hoganberg and McGuinness haven't touched it, and there's 6 inside 50s to 3 and 7 points up on the scoreboard.
So the Heritage Tavern scoreboard, Somerville 1-2-8, Somerville 1 behind. We've played 8.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Half forward line, third man up there was Hallahan. Ball spills down towards Tapscott, flying shot at goal, right foot. It was touched off the hands and it goes through for a minor score. So the Sharks move on to 2 behinds. Somerville 1-2-8. This is the preliminary final in the Plan Division. The winner, of course, to go on and play Rosebud in the grand final at Frankston Park next weekend. So Jacob Wilson to bring the ball back into play from fullback. Ben Sedgwick works for him now. He finds him. Left forward pocket, outer side of the ground here at Tired. Not a lot of movement, so he'll be forced to go up the line towards Tommy Shaw. He's not in a great position. Hoganberg goes back. Schwartz at the back as well, trying to push the ball forward. Eventually, the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Inside 50s, Vossi.
6-3 in favour of Somerville.
Ball comes in from Troy Schwartz up towards half forward. He's standing there on his own. Too easy, and that's Lee Paholke. So you don't want this man with his hands on the footy early in a clash.
Doesn't miss those.
No, he doesn't. Have you seen a man with a weirder sort of run up towards goal, Ben Crow?
Josh Kennedy that plays for
yes.
the West Coast.
Jesse Hogan has a centre line too.
Yeah, he has a very impressive one.
So Lee Paholke to kick Sorrento's first. Kicked 4 last week. Very deliberate in his approach. Has a very set routine. Lee Paholke comes in now. He'll kick from about 50. Hasn't got the accuracy. Certainly had the journey through for a minor score. So they move on to 3 behind. Somerville 1-2-8. Have you seen the opening start, Ben?
Yeah, look, I think Somerville have definitely been moving the footy a lot better. Especially, you can really look at opposition kick-ins. I think, Somerville had 2 now. This is about to be their 3rd one. And Sorrento have given up that first kick. They're letting Ben Sedgwick's probably picked up 2 of those kicks off Jake Wilson, whereas Sorrento are just trailing in their opponents. Well, when Sorrento have kicked in from the other end, Somerville have zoned up really well, and Troy Schwartz had to kick longer contests, and Scotty Simpson just picked off a mark. So from that sort of thing, Somerville just seemed to be working a bit harder.
Well, Miles Pitch just taken a good mark from the kick in from Wilson. Wilson decided to go straight up the ground, and Miles Pitt was the only player to fly for the footy, so he'll have a shot for goal. He's a true centre half forward, so he'll probably kick from about 55, 60. He's directly in front. He's got the breeze at his back, and he's a beautiful kick of the football, Miles Pitt, so I don't think the journey will be a problem for him. The accuracy's terrible though. It just lands in the left forward pocket. So Somerville able to work the ball out. Justin Farrelly, that was good work. Ball comes out towards the half back line, but chipping in and taking the mark is Potter. He gives a little kick inside, and I reckon it might be Tapscott who's got the footy on the half forward line outer side of the ground, so the Sharks ready to set sail again.
Sharks done really well then. Use the ball, quick transition, quick turnover, inside 50, lace out.
So Luke Tapscott, a goal kicker, certainly has been this season since he come in, and that is just magnificent. A great start to Luke Tapscott. He kicks Sorrento's first, and they lead by a point in the preliminary final at the 12-minute mark. Heritage Tavern scoreboard. Sorrento 1 goal 3-9. Somerville 1-2-8. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
If you're sick of pokies and plastic pumps, try the Heritage Tavern at Balmowring. A quaint, comfortable 1930s house on 2 acres of gardens with great live music every Sunday. It's even family friendly. And of course they do functions, from casual to weddings. But that's not the best bit. It's the quality meals at great prices every day. Not to mention a great range of local wine, local beer and local cider. Head down to the Heritage Tavern in Balmowring. It's about as local as you can get. Station sponsor.
Sorrento back into attack again. Miles Pitt has a flying shot at goal. Ball spills over the back. Paholke's got it. Well tackled. The umpire said nothing there. Eventually there's a free kick and it's going towards Somerville. I think it might be Westerman down there who laid the tackle on Paholke. It's a long way away from the commentary position, Michael Voss. We need good eyes as the ball comes out. You wouldn't have been able to see a thing first thing this morning, Vossi. So just as well that you've had something to eat. How are you feeling, Michael?
I'm feeling a lot better, thanks.
Good. There's Tapscott. He gets a little handball receive, has a flying shot at goal. He hasn't got the accuracy, but again got the journey. The ball goes through for a minor score. 1 goal, 4-10. Sorrento, Somerville 1-2-8.
They've had the last 6 inside 50s, Sorrento have, and Tapscott's up to 5 already.
You're tracking a couple of Somerville players too. Have they got hold of the footy yet?
2 prime movers to them, Hagenberg and McGuinness, nothing.
As Crow gets the footy, it's a concern being Crow. We've played 13.5 minutes and 2 of their prime movers haven't got hold of the footy yet.
Yeah, it's been really concerning. I think obviously Vossi's just touched on Sorrento. I've just momentum shift has gone their way. What have they probably had this most 6 inside 50s. Hagenberg and Timmy McGuinness have definitely got to get in the game. Timmy McGuinness has started on a half-back flank compared to staying on the ball for the last few weeks, and they've put structuring out. They've put Hagenberg onto the ball to try and throw his body around and have some impact, and he's had 0 at the moment, so he's going to have to work into his game, or he's going to become a liability player.
Great goal from John Crow. He unloaded from the half-forward line with the left foot. He started at left. Worked it back beautifully, and the big ruckman kicks a goal. Geez, he's a valued commodity here at Sorrento.
And he's got some swag over all through a few elbows. The ball's running off.
2 goals, 4 now. They've moved on nicely, so they've kicked 2 goals in a minute. The Sharks, 2 goals, 4 to 1 goal, 2. So they've opened nicely, lead by 8 points.
Who said Ruckman don't have skill, Crow? That was a beautiful kick.
That's it. Let's watch Somerville's positioning here. They're allowing the Sorrento players in the midfield to get front position at stoppages. It's just not on.
So the ball comes down towards De Conza. I think that might be down there. So, no, it's Zach Burns, in fact. As the ball goes up again in the centre of the ground, Farrelly, he needs to start exerting himself on this contest. Tapscott's had a heap of it. Lee Stewart just kicks off the ground. There's a free kick, and I reckon it's going to go to Lee Stewart. So he's being held onto. Jed Sutton just throws Daniel Grant into the dirt. And there's it's been reversed. So Jed Sutton is giving away the reverse free kick. So Lee Stewart's confused. He doesn't know what's going on. So Lee Stewart was given the free kick. This is what happened. And then Jed Sutton had thrown Daniel Grant into the dirt. So the umpire reversed the decision. He's got the ball at half back. Goes in short. Finds McCormick. So McCormick gives it straight off. Nice little handball to Dave Lawson. He gives it back there to McCormick. They're getting themselves into a little bit of trouble. Treby needs to go. Does so now. On the wing position. Kicks the ball up the line. Big push in the back. Yep, umpire saw it every day of the week. And the free kick will go down there to the Sharks. I reckon it might be Ryan Potter to take it. No, De Conza.
I think I spoke about this morning, Terry, about the Somerville players losing their minds a little bit here with a bit of experience. They seem to have all getting a bit angry and pointing the fingers and doing some silly things at the moment.
The ball comes out there towards Chris Morgan. He couldn't go with it, so the Eagles are able to clear through. Tim Hurst just kicked it long up towards the wing position. Sorrento with the numbers. Treby's got it. Left foot snap around the corner. Goes up there towards half forward, going back with the flight of the ball. Good mark, and that's Jed Sutton. So he needs to pay his team back for giving away that free kick. Timmy McGuinness, I reckon, is getting his first possession now. He'll go across the ground looking for Westman. Geez, that's a terrible kick. Oh, Lux a fortune. Straight through the hands there of Daniel Grant. Westerman gives a handball off. Free kick. Umpire said he was legged. Play on advantage. Paid, and Billy Rolfe takes the mark.
That is not Raiders.
I was just about to say the same thing, boss. If that was 15 metres, I'm going blind.
It was about 4, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a nice little chip left foot pass there.
So Billy Rolfe will have a shot for goal. I reckon he's too far out with this wind. I reckon it'll sit up.
Big hanger.
1 goal 2-8 to 2 goals 4-16. That is Sorrento leading. The little chip pass was in, went to Cal Dixon. Wasn't great execution. Hallahan attacked the footy hard. He's besieged upon there by Dixon, who was under enormous pressure to take that mark. And there's a ball up about 30 metres out from the Eagles' goal. They trail by 8. Up they go, Crowd. He jumped before acceptances. The umpire allowed him to do it. Comes down there towards Lawson. The old 1-2 he went for. Little free kick. The umpire said no. Comes towards Rowe. Plenty of numbers diving on top of him. Ball spills out now. Tommy Shaw gives it out there to Simpson. Right foot snap around the corner. He kicks the goal. Scotty Simpson. Just what he needs. Little bit of confidence early in the game. And the Eagles get their second. They move to 2-2-14. Sorrento 2 goals 4-16. 2 points the difference. 17.5 gone. Heritage Tavern scoreboard.
No inside 50s to 7 in favour of Sorrento. So Sorrento's had 7 of the last 8, but that's another good sign, Tully, considering Simpson hasn't been great in the final series either.
Well, we reckon the goal scoring end is that far end, and they're doing pretty well against it at the moment. The Simpson's in the ruck as well again. Comes out to Daniel Grant. He was best on ground the last time these two football sides played. Lee Stewart got one high. Umpire said nothing there. Hogan Burke, he wants to get out of it. He goes to Speedy, kicks it inside. Luke Rowe comes out, couldn't take the mark. Shaw at the back of the pack, little toe poke. Rolls it through. So 2 in a minute to the Eagles, and they lead by 4 points, 3 goals 2-20. Sorrento 2 goals 4-16, 18.5 gone first quarter.
Well, there's what you want Hoganberg for. 2 bits of play, 2 separate incidents, created a contest, got hands on the footy first, worked the contest, drew a couple of men to him, got a handball out, and before you know it, they kicked another goal.
So Simpson in the ruck, Farrelly just having a breather on the interchange bench. I'd like to see... good work there by Crow in the centre of the ground. Simpson, though, at ground level was pretty good. Little handball comes out towards Shields. Tapscott's got it now. He just took it away. Allsop, he had a really stinker against Rosebud last week, but he wasn't alone. This time he tries to get a handball out. He was tackled. The umpire said he copped one in the back. So good work there by Juzzy Allsop. He's got the footy on the outer wing position. Goes up the line looking for Shaw. Over the back, Hoganberg, the umpire's found a free kick. It's going there towards Sorrento. I think it might be against Tom Shaw just for forcing his opponent under the footy. Josh Brigden. James, of course, James Brigden kicks the ball up the line, looking there for Zach Burns. He was well tackled, brought to the ground, didn't have prior opportunity. The umpire will come in and bounce. Out of wing position, 19.5 minutes gone opening quarter. It's Somerville leading 3 goals, 2-20 to Sorrento, 2-4-16. Crode won the tap, gave it to Allahan over there towards Lawson. Kick up the line from Tapscott, goes towards half forward. Somerville with the numbers, they're able to work it now through Hose. Through Hurst rather, gave it to Simpson. Little chip inside was nice work. Found McGuinness, who's just starting to get his hands on it now, Michael Voss.
Just a couple, but yeah, you're starting to positive signs.
McGuinness goes up the line there, looking towards Sutton. He couldn't take the mark, but the second effort was terrific. The tackle was good. He threw his opponent to the ground. He's still struggling to get up. As the ball comes towards Allsop, goes inside looking for Will Shields. Wasn't a great kick. And there's Daniel Grant. Plays on immediately. Goes towards the members' wing position. Over right there was Troy Schwartz. Put his head down there was Ryan into the side today. Simpson's got it again through the centre of the ground. Goes towards Tommy Shaw. Back of the pack. Good play by Ralph. Swung out of trouble. Tommy Shaw couldn't get it. McGuinness working hard in there as well. Little toe poke came out from Brigden. Umpires found a free kick. It's going to Somerville and will go to Tim McGuinness. So Timmy McGuinness has got the ball about 50 metres out. Must like his chances from here.
Confusing us a little bit today because he hasn't got the bright green boots on.
And the long sleeve.
Quarter time score from the second semi-final at Frankston Park. Tally, YCW 5-2-32, Mount Eliza 139.
So the wind will be going to the Car Street end, you would think, in the first quarter. As Timmy McGuinness comes in, he'll kick from about 50 metres out. He unloads now with the right foot, kept it low. He kicked it across the face, though, through for a minor score. So Somerville 3-3-21, Sorrento 2-4-16, playing immediately through Schwartz, who's got the ball, defensive 50, goes out towards Allahan now, who takes a bounce, runs towards half-back. Member side of the ground. Great work there by Todd Farrell. He couldn't take the mark against Pitt, but he was able to bring the ball to ground. Going hard at there was Cleaver Camp. He gave it off, goes up towards the wing position. Paholke tried to keep it in, but eventually the ball goes over the line out of bounds. Half forward for the Sharks. They trail by 5 points. So the umpire to bring the ball back into play. It's good work so far from the Eagles against the wind as the ball comes down. Well tackled there, no hope. Not sure who it is down there, but it's Miles Pitt, I reckon.
Got the binoculars out, Tally?
No, I need them. Up they go again, Crow. Jump too early, comes down to McGuinness, good work. There's Simpson again, he's getting his hands on it plenty. Taken there by Ryan, goes up there towards Jed Sutton, needed to take the mark and did. Took it nicely. So Jed Sutton's got the ball on the members' wing. Goes in short, finds Allsop. Allsop's got the footy now. Goes inside 50, looking for Rowe. He's got a couple to beat. Oh, terrific. No, he couldn't take the mark. The umpire thought might have given him the benefit of the doubt. Bravo just taps it under his legs. Kick out now. There came from Jameis Campbell. Kicked it out towards half-back. Out towards Muller. Tapped along the boundary line. That was good play there by Timmy Hurst to see the ball over the line and out of bounds. Right in front of the Heritage Tavern scoreboard.
The umpires still play that 3-touch rule for a mark?
I thought they did.
Yeah.
There's got to be a level of control, though, I think.
Yeah.
I thought his first grab was pretty significant.
Yeah.
So, what are you suggesting there, Crowie, that he might have taken that mark?
Yeah, I thought that could have been paid.
So the ball comes back into play. Good work there by Treby. Just kicked the ball up towards the wing position. Miles Pitt versus Justin Farrelly. Farrelly got front position. Worked his way out of trouble. Here's Allsop again. Not sure what to do. Gives it out there towards Farrelly. He left it for Westerman. He's being tackled now by the Eagles, and the umpire will come in and bounce out of wing position. 23.5 gone opening quarter.
How many's Treby had, Vossi?
4. And wouldn't have been real clean or kick to advantage either, I wouldn't have thought. As the ball goes up again, good play there by Farrelly. Little handball off was nice. Here's Allsop. He just got his little foot to the footy as he gets it again. Second effort was terrific. A kick inside 50 was wonderful. And he found the chest there of Billy Ralph. Right in front of the Heritage Tavern scoreboard. So he'll have a flying shot at goal. And he's not without his chances from this position. He's up against the boundary line. He's got a good view of the goals, though. Distance shouldn't be a problem. It's going to all be about the accuracy. This will be a hand-out one before quarter time. He starts it wide. Go, Bravo! Takes a ripper over the back.
That was sensational.
2 in 2 weeks he's done.
Oh, he was sensational last week. Bravo!
That's a
By name and by nature, Craig.
That's a talent. When you get players that know how to read the footy in the air and can read a marking contest and actually launch themselves at packs to have impact, and Travis Bravo 2 weeks in a row has been able to take a great grab and hopefully finishes off with a goal here. Well earned.
So Travis Bravo kicks for goal and kicks it. He's nailed the goal and the Eagles move to 4 goals 3. Sorrento 2 goals 4. They've opened up an 11-point break at the 25-minute mark in the first quarter. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
When you're working in the garden, you need tough, reliable tools that won't let you down. That's why Hastings mowers stock quality brands like Honda, Echo, Toro, Cox, Husqvarna and Shindawa. With a huge range of mowers, brush cutters, chainsaws, shredders, pumps and generators in store. For quality equipment and excellent service, call to our sponsor Hastings Mowers Superstore at 2013 Brankston Flinders Road, Hastings.
MPFNL sponsor.
Just a bit of spunk happening for Somerville at the moment. They're up and about as they kick the ball inside. 50 again. Plenty of numbers around the footy. The ball's inside. Tackled there. Chris Morgan brought to ground. Umpire said no prior opportunity, but the forward's working well here for the Eagles.
Be blood if the umpire paid holding the ball then, I reckon.
Absolutely. Ball comes out there towards Rowe. Flying shot at goal. Oh! Kicks through for a minor score. Michael Voss. The leg break was big, Vossi.
It was a fair turn on that one.
So they're a bit under siege at the moment, the Sharks. They started pretty well, but the Eagles have closed out nicely as the ball gets kicked up there towards the 50-metre line. Hurst just grabs it and bangs it in. Didn't look. Kicks the ball inside 50. Allows Treby to get it now. Defensive 50. Boots it to the outer side of the ground. Pack fly. That's a lovely mark. Terrific mark there. And that was taken by Miles Poholke, the younger brother of Lee, of course. Usually at the Stingrays. Goes up there towards half forward, towards his brother, couldn't get it. Brigden, handball comes down from Tapscott, found Miles Pitt again. Here's Zach Burns now, gets around onto the right foot, goes towards half forward, went through the hands there. Second effort was good though. Justin Farrelly, they were able to mop up, gives it to Speedy, goes backwards again to Sedgwick, goes inside towards the centre of the ground, and Scott Simpson takes the mark. So he wants to go out wide. Sedgwick's moved well down the wing position, kicks the ball up towards half forward. Jed Sutton, he didn't have hold of the footy, good play there by McCormick, experienced telling on that occasion. Ball spills out, Speedy's in there, and eventually the umpire comes in and bounces. And there's quarter time, 27.5 minutes went in that opening quarter, and at quarter time it's Somerville 4 goals 4, leading Sorrento 2 goals 4, 12 points to essence. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
The Lions starting to try and take the game on through the middle of the ground a bit more, and you know they're still this game only down by I think 12 points, but you know they've just got to lift their way by using the footy.
Yeah, they do, and the ball's back in the centre of the ground. Hogan-Burke, he hasn't had a clear possession yet, Vossi. Is that right?
Give him that one, Tully. Give him that one. So 1.
So it's his first possession, so didn't have a possession in the first quarter. Hogan-Burke, Benny Crow made the call halfway through that he needs to start getting his hands on it. An understatement now, falled to the ground there. It was pretty good. He's like a jack-in-a-box there, was Adrian Speedy. He's under the pack. The umpire is saying he can't get the footy out, so he'll come in and bounce in the centre of the ground again. 30 seconds gone. Somerville 4-4, Sorrento 2-4, that's on the Heritage Tavern scoreboard as the ball goes up again. Good tap work there by Crow, comes down towards Speedy though, right foot snap around the corner, goes towards half forward, Pack comes out there now, Simpson couldn't get it for the ball, Billy Rolf's putting some heat on, the Sharks able to clear up towards the wing position, Zach Burns flew, couldn't take the mark, somebody heard the call, goes out to Speedy, went short, lovely kick. Finds his teammate there, is that Simpson or Shaw? Shaw it is, kicks the ball inside, goes up there towards Luke Rowe, that's a terrific mark. And Luke Rowe takes the mark.
Really hot Adrian Speedy. I reckon he was involved in about 4 bits of play there where he just, you know, 1% of his work rate and his ball use was top notch. Only a young kid too, Terry.
Yeah, he is. So Luke Rowe has already kicked one this afternoon. No, he hasn't. as he comes in to go out. This will be a lovely start. The umpire, he's made him do a fair bit of work, and I thought the boundary umpire was getting involved there, but he didn't. No need. Through for a minor score. Troy Schwartz brings the ball back in, goes straight towards Tapscott. He'll unload long, right foot, out towards the wing position. Oh, too easy there from Cal Dixon. Just worked Tree to be out of the contest. Goes in there towards Rowe again. Wasn't a great kick. And going back with the flight of it was Jameis Campbell, who played on. Goes out towards Treby again. There's Dixon again causing the spoil. Then he took out a body. The ball picked up. Right foot snap. Up towards inside 50. Back comes out. Great mark. Simpson, is it? Terrific mark. Geez, he attacked the footy hard on that occasion. I haven't seen that for a few weeks there from Scotty Simpson. He wanted that footy and he took it.
Do you reckon he heard you?
I reckon he might have been listening to the radio this morning.
I reckon he's heard you give him a bit of a rev up about having no impact this year. In this game, he's just come out so far and had a lot of impact so far. He's taken marks, kicking goals. He's in everyone.
He is. He's been sensational, Scotty Simpson, so far. Can he kick the goal? No, he deserved it. He absolutely deserved to nail that one. 4 goals, 6 now, Somerville. They lead by 14 points. Sorrento 2-2, 2-4, 16.
That's 2 opportunities Somerville really needed to convert. Yeah, you've got a side like Sorrento that you cannot give them opportunities to keep kicking themselves into the game. And if Somerville don't start putting more scoreboard pressure on, they could find themselves in trouble.
Treby kicks the ball up towards the members' wing. There goes Hoganberg again, gets a handball out. Timmy McGuinness goes backwards. Timmy Hurst goes back towards McGuinness, who finds a little bit of space. Goes up the line along the boundary. Wasn't a great kick again. Treby chipped in and took the mark. Squares the ball up. Luke Tapscott again's got the ball at half back. Goes with a spearing pass. Lovely it was. Found Hallahan, who takes the mark at half forward. Wheels around, goes wide to Paholke, who took the mark out front of Ben Sedgwick, and he'll line up for goal about 50 metres out.
A quarter and 4 minutes. Tapscott's had 10 possessions.
He's been good so far, Tapscott. He's probably been the shining light for Sorrento at this stage. He's impacted the contest, up the man. His ball use as well has been, you wouldn't expect much less from a guy like Luke Tapscott, would you?
No, he's been terrific. So Ben Sedgwick stands the mark. Paholke. So Somerville have had 2 shots at goal and have missed both. Paholke set sail and kicked it. What a lovely goal from Lee Paholke. He kicked it flat. And with just the one entry, their first entry inside 50 in the second quarter, and he makes them pay, they move to 3 goals 4. Somerville 4 goals 6, Michael Voss.
In the first quarter, it was 13 inside 50s to 11 in favour of Somerville, and they've had 3 to 1 this quarter, so 16 to 12 overall for the game. And as I said, Luke Tapscott has had 10 touches, and Lee Treby has had 7.
So back in the centre of the ground again, it's John Crode up against Justin Farrelly. Farrelly, good use of his body on that occasion, just held out Crode. Plenty of players, or a couple of players diving in the footy. Lee Stewart's right in amongst it, so is Justin Farrelly, and the umpire will come in and bounce true centre of the ground.
Dave Wilson's doing a bit of putting a bit of pressure on Hoganberg, I reckon. I've just seen Hoganberg complaining that he was getting held onto at the contest.
Yeah, he's an experienced campaigner, isn't he, Plugger Lawson? The ball comes out, quick kick came from Madison, kicked it up towards the 50, there he is again. That's Paholke, but this time it's Miles who's got the ball at centre half forward, kicks the ball inside, Westerman's got to go, 1-2 grabs, Hallahan takes the mark about 45 metres out. And he's proving to be a little bit of a headache for them at the moment, is James Hallahan. Not wearing the guard on the finger today either, boys.
That was really poor by Westerman in this doing that marking contest. He had to make a contest and cause some kind of body or impact on Hallahan there, and Hallahan was just able to take a contested grab really easy. He should go back and kick this.
This is his 6th touch, by the way.
Yeah, he's a good player, isn't he, James Hallahan? Was on RPP last week, of course, so Hallahan starts it right, holds the ball up, pack fly, tried to push it through for a behind. There was Farrelly. They've still got possession of the footy. Guy Stringer, right foot snap, hits the woodwork. So through for a minor. 4 goals 6 to 3 goals 5. Back to 7 points the difference in favour of the Eagles. 6 minutes gone, second quarter. So it'll be Jake Wilson to bring the ball back into play. He'll go out towards the outer side of the ground. Billy Rolfe's got a fly. They all went. McGuinness, that was clever play. Gave it down there towards Shields. He's got Casper hot on his hammer. Gives it off now. He did. His afterburners were terrific. The handball then didn't come good though. John Crow gets it, kicks it inside 50. A terrible kick. And Jake Wilson takes an uncontested mark in the defensive 50. Gives it to Luke Colley. Usually pretty good by foot. Dixon's got to go. He's got the couple to beat. He's usually pretty good by foot. And he's also good by hand as he gave it to Westland. Kicked it up there towards half forward. Needed to take the mark. Hoganberg didn't. And Lawson, it was Schwartz who came over the top and knocked the ball over the line out of bounds. Wing position members side.
9 minutes into the second quarter at the second semi-final at Frankston, and YCW 5-2 and now Liza 2-3.
So the Mounties just working their way back in as the ball gets tapped down. Comes out there towards Bravo on the wing. He'll take an uncontested mark. Plays on. Goes inside. Hoganberg needed to take the mark and he did. A bit too tall for McCormick on that occasion. He's got the ball from 50 and you'd like his chances from here, Ben Crow.
He was very happy with himself, Hoganberg, after taking that mark too. He just stood there and did a bit of a shoulder shrug on the back there, but he'd really go back and kick this, and I think this could do well for Hogan.
So he has a flying shot at goal. He's just set it up. He needs a fly. Where's Luke Rowe? Right foot snap there. Came from Simpson. There he is again.
Tommy Shaw.
Tommy Shaw it is, in fact, and pretty happy with himself as well as he kicks his second goal for the afternoon. Both opportunist ones too, but he's working hard, Crowley, and that's when the results come for you.
Yeah, Tommy Shaw, I think last week too, and he knows it himself. I had a chat to him before the game about his impact last week and the criticism he copped, and he's going out really full credit to himself. He's worked himself in this game really well. He's kicked a couple now, and his impact has been what you'd expect from him.
And Crowley, Farrell off the ground, and Simpson obviously goes and plays on the ball, but are you a resting ruckman sort of in the forward line or on the bench sort of coach?
It depends on the kind of impact they're going to have. Look, when I was coaching Seaford, I used to rotate them from the bench because, depending on how athletic their athletic ability, how they'll recover, do they need to actually sit down and recover, or can they go forward and still have impact? Because in today's footy, you can't have a bloke sitting at the forward line just doing nothing and having no impact.
McGuinness was just superb on that occasion. So was Wilson as they worked the ball out. Simpson now goes forward up there towards Luke Rowe. He couldn't take the mark. Where's Jed Sutton? It's Bravo rolling it, bouncing it, and bounces it through for a goal. Great work there, and that was from Tim McGuinness and Jacob Wilson, who started that ball from the half-back line, and they moved the ball swiftly, separated the Sorrento defenders. And a lovely goal there to Travis Bravo. He's second for the afternoon.
That's just a perfect example of making use of your forward entries by Somerville versus when Crowd came into Sorrento's forward line just about a couple of minutes ago. The kick that he delivered inside that 50 would have really frustrated their forwards. So Sorrento have just got to get the footy back and start moving forward again and using the ball.
So up they go. Great work there by Simpson in the ruck. There's McGuinness again. He's starting to be a handful. Interested to know his stats in the second quarter there. Michael Voss up towards inside 50. Somerville and Sorrento. Plenty of players around the footy. The ball eventually goes over the line out of bounds. 50 metres around from the Eagles' goal.
Well, we had 4 in the first quarter, Tony, and he's had 5 already this quarter for 9 for the game.
There you go. We've only played 9.5 minutes into this second quarter, so he's starting to look dangerous now, McGuinness. And the ball's gone over the line and out of bounds on the full, so the free kick will go down there to the Eagles, and it's going to be Timmy McGuinness who's got the footy again. So he's on the members' wing. Plenty of movement for him. There's Cal Dixon. He's been pretty good today as well. Kicks the ball inside now, going up there towards Shaw, and Shaw takes the mark. About 50 out. He's got a good hoof on him, Shaw.
He'll go to a hot spot here.
So he comes in now. He just lays back and kicks towards the goals. They're going to breeze in. No, it's just killed in the last line. Through for another minor score. So they moved on to 6 goals, 7. They now have opened up a nice handy lead of 20 points. Sorrento 3 goals, 5. So the Eagles have added the last 2 goals of this quarter when Sorrento kicked the first of the second quarter.
YCW 5-3-33, Mount Eliza 3-4-22, 18 minutes in the second quarter.
So the Redlegs are working their way back in the contest. I reckon it's the Carr Street end that the Mounties are kicking to in this quarter, Michael Voss.
Certainly seemed like it.
Daniel Grant's got the ball, goes in short, nice, finds Casper, outer side of the ground, so they're still in the defensive 50. The Sharks on the outer side of the ground. He goes up the line. That was a terrible kick. I reckon it was smothered off the boot. Madison gets tackled and brought to ground there by Scott Simpson. Terrific. And Sorrento players come in and remonstrate there from Simpson. He was pretty ferocious on that tackle. Up they go again. The Rovers ended up needing to do the ruck where there was a terrible ball up there by the umpire. And the boundary umpire will come in and get the play underway once again. Half forward line for the Eagles. They lead by 20 points. 6 goals 7 to 3 goals 5. That's on the Heritage Tavern scoreboard as the ball comes back into play. Great play there by Simpson. Little kick goes inside 50. McCormick's got a couple to beat. Sutton. Handball there to Hurst. Hurst goes to the goal square. Hoganberg, can he get around? No. Tried to do a bit too much. Picked up there by Casper, last line of defence, goes to the member side of the ground and the ball rolls over the line out of bounds. Hurst probably should have had a ping then, Chloe.
Yeah, he probably should. Look, he was approaching a lot of front on pressure, probably seen Hoganberg stand the goal square. Handball was probably a bit too high, needed to be a little bit flatter.
Tommy Shaw, third man up. Didn't get any clear ball though, out wide. Hallahan, little handball off was nice towards Mullet, goes up towards half forward. At the fall of the ball, there's Miles Pitt again. Tucks the ball under his arm, has a second bounce, runs to half forward, got himself into a bit of trouble, kicked the ball up towards his brother who dives and takes the mark. Leaper Hawkey, he got the break there on Sedgwick, who's not happy with himself. He plays on now. Leaper Hawkey wheels around under the right and has a shot for goal and misses.
He's probably wasted that. That was actually Miles Hawkey that laid that, tucked the shoulder in, Tully, and had a bit of a run. I think the brothers just teaming up nicely there.
Did I say Miles Pitt?
You did.
I did. Miles Hawkey I meant. Nicely corrected there, Crowley, as Jake Wilson brings the ball back into play, otherwise known in this box as the Junkyard Dog, as the ball comes out towards the members' wing position. There goes De Conza, just tucks the footy under the arm. He runs out of space though and the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. It was Brigden, in fact, who saw that ball out. He's got a clean, very quick player is Brigden as the ball comes back into play again. Up they go. Crowd for the ball. Farrelly got one high, will get the free kick, gives it off now to Westerman who plays on, goes back towards McGuinness, needs some time, some space, goes towards Simpson, gets the one arm held, went with the other one, Shaw came out, sweeping handball then to Allsop who had some space. Schwartz then gave one away for a head high. He pulled out of it, Schwartz, but he still got him high. And the relay free kick will go down there towards... who's got it? It's Billy Rolfe.
I think Somerville might have had a bit of a chat about the centre bounces and stoppages, especially stoppages and boundary throw-ins. They seem to be going third man up a lot, Terry, if you've noticed. I think they're trying to take a bit of Crowd's impact out at those boundary throw-ins.
So Billy Rolfe will have a kick for goal. He's about 45 out. Usually a beautiful kick, Billy Rolfe. He started it right and it did not do anything other than just drift further right, and the ball goes through for another minor score. So they move on to 6 goals 8, back to 20 points the difference. Sorrento 3 goals 6, 14 and a half gone. Ball's well and truly back into play. Outer wing position. Zach Burns kicked it up towards Guy Stringer. Dropped the mark. Recovered nicely though. Now he gets tackled, Guy Stringer. And he's been rewarded for a head high.
That'll test him out.
Yeah, it will, but it should have been pinged for holding the ball. As the ball gets kicked now inside 50 miles. Pitt, where is he? Almost took the mark. Good play there by Todd Farrelly. Comes out there towards Tommy Shaw, who found himself defensively. Kicks the ball out towards the members' wing. Foot races on. David Hurst has got to beat a couple. He'll want the boundary line. He did so much work but couldn't see it out. Kicked inside 50. Up towards Hallahan, who took the mark. Just out-bodied Tommy Shaw there and took the mark about 48 metres out. Wheels around under the right, kicks the ball long. Geez, he's a magnificent player, isn't he, James Hallahan? Kicks the goal for the Sharks, and it's what they needed. They moved on to 4 goals 6. Somerville 6 goals 8, 15 and a half gone. Heritage Tavern scoreboard, you're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
If you're sick of pokies and plastic pumps, try the Heritage Tavern at Balnarring. A quaint, comfortable 1930s house on 2 acres of gardens with great live music every Sunday. It's even family friendly. And of course they do functions, from casual to weddings. But that's not the best bit. It's the quality meals at great prices every day. Not to mention a great range of local wine, local beer and local cider. Head down to the Heritage Tavern in Balnarring. It's about as local as you can get.
Station sponsor.
Sharks into attack again. They've kicked 2 goals in this quarter. Somerville. So we're back to 14 points the difference. 16 and a half minutes gone in this second quarter in the preliminary final. Up they go, third man up was Treby, tapped the ball down, picked up there by Cal Dixon, just kicked it wide towards half forward. Troy Schwartz, he read it well, came screaming out. The handball was cute, but it came off. Grant's got it now, kicks the ball up towards Hallahan, who will fly and take the mark. Good play there, James Hallahan. Thought about playing on quickly. Westerman's got the job on him. He's got the ball at half forward. Member side of the ground. Goes inside 50. 2-on-1. At the back of the pack there was Pitt. Couldn't grab it. Todd Farrelly dives in there. The umpire will be forced to come in and bounce.
Todd Farrell done a really good job then. 2-on-1 contest. Managed to bring the ball to ground. Now they've got a stoppage.
So we're 25 metres around from Sorrento's goal. Justin Farrelly saw it down. Little kick out of the equation came from Ryan. It went out of bounds on the full goal and a relay free kick now will go to Tapscott. Kicks the ball to the top of the square. Paholke comes out and takes the mark and gets one in the chops too from Sedgwick and gets a 50-metre penalty and he'll go right into open goal.
I've never seen someone get paid a 50 in a marking contest for the defender actually hitting someone. Well, it wasn't necessarily hitting him, but
Paholke kicks the goal. It's back to 8 points. 6 goals, 8 to 5 goals, 6, 17.5 minutes gone. So the situation we're talking about then is Tapscott kicked it out. Paholke took the mark in front of his face, and Sedgwick came with a
bit old school. That wasn't
a fist over the back. Yep,
just bit old school. Just a bit of a clip. But look, Hallahan, Paholke, and Pitt. Really turning it on for Sorrento at the moment. The last 5 minutes they've had a lot of impact and they've brought the Sorrento Football Club back into this game of football.
YCW up by 13 points at half time.
Thanks for that one, Michael Voss. Inside 50s in this quarter.
It is 9-7 in favour of Sorrento.
So we're back in the centre of the ground again. That's a terrible ball up again from the umpire. It wasn't good at all as Hallahan gets a little handball off to Schwartz in the centre of the ground. Goes out wide looking for Zach Burns who takes the mark. So 4 goals up they were. The Eagles just a moment ago, Sorrento have kicked the last 2. They got in the box seat again. Up they went. Here's Hallahan at the front of the pack. Handball came out. At the back there is Potter. Going there as well as Cal Dixon. Eventually Hogenberg. Handball was wide. Needs to sit. Ralph couldn't get it. Dives on top of it now. Needs some support. Good play by Hogenberg with strength. Gave it to Dixon. Back to Ralph. Left foot kick inside. Roll up with the 1-2. Couldn't take the mark. Ball goes towards the boundary line. Jameis Campbell. Good pressure. And the ball eventually goes over the line out of bounds. Left forward pocket for the Eagles. They lead by 8 points. We've played almost 20 minutes in this second quarter. So the boundary umpire to bring the ball back into play. 20 metres around from goal. Crowd versus Rowe in the ruck. Ball gets tapped down. Picked up there. Brigden. Kick around the corner. Only as far as Jed Sutton. Goes backwards. Needs Speedy who unloads on the left foot. Kicks it to the top of the square as he kicked it. The Somerville crowd. They love it. And Adrian Speedy kicks a magnificent goal from 50 metres up against the boundary line. And just what the Eagles needed when Sorrento had gained the ascendancy.
Sorrento had the momentum. Didn't need to give that one away. Adrian Speedy, great finish with the football.
He's a good player. Did he win the best and fairest at Mornington last year, Vossi?
Yeah. I think you're right.
And he was in the team of the year as well. He was outstanding last year with the Dogs.
Well, I'd love Mornington. I'd still love to have him.
Tommy Simpson.
Yeah. Not even playing twos at Somerville now, is he?
Yeah, he will be next week.
Will he? He finished polled right in the league medal as well.
5 games or something, I think.
Yeah, he did. The ball goes up towards half forward. Tried to take the mark. Good recovery there from Potter. Almost got pinged for holding the ball. Here's Hallahan again. Just having a field day. Schwartz, a nice little give to Treby. Left footer. Inside 50. Miles Pitt comes screaming out. Good play there by Farrelly. Attacked the footy. Ball spills out. Good play there by Pitt as well. He worked hard. Good. That ends up with Timmy McGuinness now, right in front of our commentary position. Goes short, lovely kick. Finds his best mate there in Billy Rolfe. So Billy Rolfe's got the ball. He plays on, just ran around Crowd nicely. Goes in short. Geez, he just sits it on his teammate's head. Troy Schwartz got in the back there of Ryan, I reckon it is.
No, that's Will Shields.
Will Shields.
It's pretty disappointing there, I think, by the Troy would have probably found in.
See, this is the undisciplined work that Somerville have done last week a couple of times, and this is a second reversal now. So the ball ends up with Zach Burns against Luke Colley. So Zach Burns kicks the ball inside, the junkyard dog comes out in Jacob Wilson and he takes the mark. So he's got Hogenberg out on the wing, can he get him out there? He's got a couple to beat, but he takes the mark. Ends up taking it uncontested, sweeping handball to Bravo, goes in short, nice, Ryan kicked, Dylan Ryan that is, he kicked 6 goals last week, that's a nice execution on the left foot and he finds Jed Sutton who goes again, nice ball movement from the Eagles, ends up with Westerman, he'll have a shot for goal from about 30 metres out. That was good ball movement, Crowley.
Yeah, I did that well, so then look, fast transition. Sorrento, obviously with the change of reversal of the kick, had a lot of, they had the ball moving forward. Jake Wilson's come in and they've just kicked the goal too.
They have, Westerman's kicked the goal, he's nailed it. No, through for a minor score, so some of the crowd tried to talk them into it. The goal umpire, that is, and he didn't want to bar it, so through for a minor.
Bit of pressure on that goal umpire behind those goals.
There is. There would be 30 or 40 Somerville supporters sitting behind there. Hopefully they've got the radio on just listening to the call. If you have, boys, stick the arms up. Yeah, they have. Good boys. Enjoying, and you've got the godfather of Somerville Football Club, Ben Crow, sitting here as well. As the ball comes back into play again. Up they go, Simpson, nice tap down, Brigden, he got it, kicked it up there towards the wing position. Farrelly's giving Pitt a bit of a lesson at the moment. Farrelly's doing well as the ball gets spilled out. Justin Farrelly working well there with his brother Hogenberg, starting to get his hands on it. How many for him in the second quarter?
Hogenberg's had 8 this quarter.
Yeah, so he didn't touch it in the first quarter, Hogenberg, and Hoagie's had 8 in the second, so responding well.
Bit of Alex Rance about Todd Farrelly at the moment, I reckon. He's just getting his body in absolutely everything with Pity at the moment.
Yep, he is. The ball goes up again, pushed in the back there was Farrelly. Umpire said no. Muller, he hasn't had a lot of it, goes in short, up towards Pitt, but there's Todd Farrelly again. Good play there by Treby. Muller goes back inside. Here's the man they're going to try and stop. Hallahan somehow gets his right foot to it, goes towards half forward. Oh! Back with the free. The ball there was Westerman. Opens the game up now. Kicks it out there towards Speedy. So he's on the right side for a left footer. Usually magnificent by foot. That's a terrific kick. Up they go. Comes down towards Schwartz now. So the recovery from the Sorrento coach was terrific. Runs to half forward. Usually a magnificent kick. Kicked it inside. And Miles Pitt took the mark. He got some separation from Farrelly on that occasion, was able to take the mark. Great kick from Troy Schwartz.
Yeah, Troy's done really well. He took the game on. He first got there, he looked up, he looked like he was about to kick it. AFL experience, tucked the ball into his shoulder, had a bounce. Adrian Speedy ran with his man, probably should have run up to engage Troy Schwartz. Troy was able to just hit Pity up. Pity will go back and hopefully kick a goal for Sorrento Footy Club.
So the margin at the moment, 15 points, 7 goals, 9 to 5-6. Miles Pitt, who has not kicked a goal this afternoon, as we said. Todd Farrelly's been superb on him. He's a magnificent kick of the footy, though, is Miles Pitt, and he's hit the woodwork. So through for a minor, 5 goals, 7 to 7-9, back to 14 points the difference. It'll be Luke Colley to bring the ball back into play. Got the left shoulder heavily taped. Kicks the ball up the line. It wasn't a great kick. And probably one of the worst Sorrento players to kick it to in Luke Tapscott. Even for his standards, I think he's too far out to score. John Crow comes in now. That's where he's going to go. He's heading towards Crow. Bravo's got to try and beat him.
Oh, great mark by Crow.
So he saw him out the corner of his eye. He was calling them into the hole. Luke Tapscott and Crow said, I'll have a crack at it. He got some big body pressure there from Justin Farrelly and Travis Bravo, but took a terrific mark. He's already kicked one this afternoon as well, the big fella.
Let's not underrate that kick from Tapscott. Yeah, he's put that into the fat side. He hasn't let it sit up in the air at all. He's sat it beautifully so Crow could come in and just pluck this one and go back.
So this to reduce the margin back to 8 points. Crow starts it left, works it back nicely. Good goal there to the big ruckman. He's kicked a couple, and they move to 6 goals, 7 to 7 goals, 9. 8 points the difference. 25.5 minutes gone on the Heritage Tavern scoreboard. You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
What do dogs, cats, budgies, cars, and your floors
stores have in common? McMats, new and revitalised carpets. McMats have carpets, carpet squares and mats of all colours, shapes and sizes to suit your every need in every location at a price right for you and your budget. Visit their warehouse, corner Dorset Road and Gabrielle Court, North Bayswater. Or online, mcmatsrecycledcarpets.com.au, and let Michael and his informative staff find the right carpet for you. McMats, 9761 4451. Station sponsor.
Daniel Grant kicks the ball inside 50 again. Oh, Westerman, he just got pulled out of the contest. The umpire, I'm not sure what he was doing on that occasion. It's a minor score. But Miles Pitt just pulled Westerman completely out of the contest, and no free kick.
Yeah, the umpires are getting caught again, man. They're watching the footy a bit and not watching all the stuff that's going on off the footy.
You might be right as Timmy McGuinness receives the footy from Bravo. Defensive 50 goes out towards Shaw. 3 to beat out there was Allsop trying to keep the ball in, but the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. Half forward for the Sharks. They trail by 7 points, 7 goals 9 to 6 goals 8. 27 minutes gone. It's pretty warm out there. Players working very, very hard. Lee Stewart leads with the head. Probably should have got a free kick for one high yet. Good decision by the umpire off the footy.
He's good by that, Stu. He's drawing a bit of heat. He's a very, very antagonistic little human being, and I'm sure he'll do a few more like that today.
He goes towards Allsop, who kicks the ball up towards half forward. Needed to do a bit of work there was Billy Rolfe. There's a free kick, and he's been rewarded. So his second effort was wonderful then, Rolfe. He was another player who had a pretty ordinary game last week, was well beaten, but he's played very well this afternoon so far. He kicks the ball up towards Luke Rowe. Can he take the mark? He fell over. Tommy Shaw's got a couple to beat. Somehow he came down with the footy though, gave it off to Bravo, but the ball went over the line out of bounds. Right forward pocket for the Eagles. They lead by 7 points at the 28-minute mark of the second quarter. Ball comes back into play. Simpson, great work in the ruck. He had no one to give it to though. Comes out from Schwartz up towards Pitt, and Pitt couldn't take the mark. Ball spills over the back. There's the siren to mark half-time in the preliminary final of Nepean League. AS Somerville 7 goals 9 leading Sorrento 6 goals 8. You're listening to RWP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Our sponsor, the Ray Hotel and the best Western